The art of staying calm in a chaotic world. We live in a world that never slows down. Notifications never stop. Opinions are loud. Pressure is constant. And peace feels rare. Most people are not tired because they work too hard. They are tired because their minds never rest. Every small problem feels like a crisis. Every opinion feels like an attack. Every delay feels unbearable. And slowly, without realizing it, chaos takes control of the mind. But here's the truth no one tells you. Calm is not weakness. Calm is power. The ability to stay calm in difficult moments is not something you are born with. It is a skill, a discipline, a mindset that can be trained. In this audiobook summary, based on the art of staying calm in a chaotic world, you will learn how to master your emotions, protect your mental energy, stop reacting to everything, and regain control over your inner world. This is not motivational talk. This is not fake positivity. And this is not about escaping reality. This is about learning how strong people think, how disciplined minds stay silent under pressure, and how calm individuals win without fighting unnecessary battles. This summary is divided into 12 powerful chapters. Each chapter builds mental strength. Each lesson brings clarity, and each idea is designed to be applied in real life. So find a quiet place, put on your headphones, and listen carefully, because by the end of this video, you won't just understand calmness. The world is loud, people are reactive, and chaos is everywhere. But here's the truth no one tells you. The calmest person in the room always wins. This book is not about escaping chaos, it's about mastering yourself inside it. In the next few minutes, you will learn how to stay calm when others panic, how to control your emotions instead of being controlled by them, and how silence, discipline, and inner strength make you unstoppable. If you're tired of overthinking, reacting, and losing your peace, this book was written for you. Chapter 1. Stop reacting, start responding. There is a moment in every chaotic situation, a tiny, invisible moment that decides everything. It happens so fast that most people never even notice it. A comment, a message, a tone, a glance, a trigger. And before they even understand what happened, they're reacting, emotionally, instantly, unconsciously. Their face changes, their breathing changes, their heart rate spikes, their mind races. They say something they regret, they do something they didn't plan, they give away their power. This is how most people live their entire lives, in automatic reactions. Reaction is the default mode of an untrained mind. Reaction is emotional slavery. But you are here to break that cycle. You are here to become the person who doesn't lose control in the first 2 seconds. You are here to learn the skill that separates calm people from chaotic people, the pause. Because the minute you pause, you reclaim control. Because the second you slow down, you take your power back. Because the moment you don't react, you rise above every emotional trap set in your path. This chapter is about mastering the 1 second that changes your entire life. The second between trigger and response. The second between emotion and action. The second between what happened and what you choose to do next. The human habit of losing control. Most people don't react because they're weak. They react because they never trained themselves not to. Their brain has been programmed for speed, not accuracy. For emotion, not clarity. For reacting, not responding. And society rewards this. Say something back. Defend yourself. Prove your point.
Don't stay quiet. But calm people know a higher truth. If they can control your reactions, they can control your life. If someone can trigger you, they can manipulate you. If someone can make you emotional on command, they can predict your behavior. And predictable people lose in life. Now imagine a different version of you. A version who hears something insulting, but does not react. A version who sees something irritating, but does not respond instantly. A version who experiences stress, but does not surrender to it. Imagine a version of you who pauses. Just 5 seconds. Just one breath. Just one moment of self-control. What happens in that pause? Your brain switches operating systems. You move from emotion to logic, from panic to clarity, from impulse to intention. The pause is where power lives. The pause is where leaders think. The pause is where calm people win. This is why calm is strength. Calm is not slow. Calm is precise. And precision wins every time. A real-world example. Let me show you a simple scenario. You're at work. You spend hours preparing something. Your boss walks in and criticizes it instantly. No appreciation, no respect, just negativity. Your instinct is to react, defend, justify, argue, match energy with energy. But take a 5-second pause. You breathe. You observe the situation without attaching emotion. You let the first wave of anger pass through you instead of acting on it. Now you respond with calm authority. I understand the feedback. Let me clarify the reasoning behind these decisions. You didn't snap. You didn't lose control. You didn't give away your power. In that moment, you showed something most people never show: command over your emotions. This is how calm people gain respect, not by being loud, but by being grounded, not by reacting, but by choosing, not by matching chaos, but by staying rooted in clarity. The cycle of reaction versus response. Reaction is fast, emotional, uncontrolled. Response is slow, deliberate, intentional. Reaction destroys relationships. Response strengthens them. Reaction creates arguments. Response creates solutions. Reaction shows immaturity. Response shows mastery. Reaction is survival mode. Response is leadership mode. And every time you respond instead of react, you rewire your brain. You literally train yourself to become emotionally stronger. You become someone that chaos cannot move. You become someone who thinks before acting. You become someone who doesn't break under pressure. This is how you begin your journey of becoming unshakable. Why you must slow down. Speed is your enemy when emotions are high. Fast decisions are usually wrong decisions. Fast reactions are usually emotional explosions. Fast replies are usually regretted replies. Slow is not weak. Slow is strategic. Slow is centered. Slow is intentional. When you slow your internal pace, the world suddenly feels less threatening. Your nervous system calms. Your breathing deepens. Your mind expands. You begin to see the situation clearly. What matters, what doesn't. What is emotional, what is factual. Most people react because they confuse noise with reality. You will not. You will slow down long enough to see the truth behind the moment. Training the pause, the 5-second rule of power. Here is your first command of this audiobook, your first practice, your first discipline. Whenever you feel triggered, pause for 5 seconds. Not 3, not 1, 5. 5 seconds is the interruption your brain needs to stop operating on emotional autopilot. During those 5 seconds, breathe in, hold, breathe out. Observe the moment. Ask yourself, what response protects my peace? This is emotional training. This is mental strength conditioning. This is you becoming someone who is no longer controlled by chaos. The identity shift. You are no longer the person who reacts instantly. You are no longer the person who lets triggers control them. You are no longer the person whose emotions run their life. You are becoming someone different, someone calmer, someone stronger, someone harder to manipulate, someone impossible to destabilize. You are becoming the person who pauses, the person who responds, the person who thinks before acting. This identity shift will change everything. Your relationships, your career, your confidence, your emotional freedom. People will notice it. They will feel it. They will respect it. Some will even fear it, because a calm person is unpredictable, and unpredictable people are powerful. End of chapter mantra. Say it silently. Say it loudly. Say it until it becomes part of you. Slow is strong. Slow is power.
Chapter 2. Master the voice that controls your life. There is a voice inside you. You hear it every day. When you wake up, it speaks. When you make a decision, it speaks. When something goes wrong, it speaks even louder. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it shouts. Sometimes it supports you. Sometimes it sabotages you. But one truth is undeniable. Your life is shaped, built, and defined by the voice inside your mind. Not by the world. Not by circumstances. Not by chaos. By that voice. The world outside you is loud, but the world inside you, that is even louder, because the world outside only affects you. The world inside controls you. This chapter is about mastering that inner world, the world most people ignore, avoid, or misunderstand, and which quietly controls their entire life. The mind creates fake chaos before real chaos even arrives. Have you ever noticed that the problem itself is rarely the problem? It's your story about the problem. It's the meaning you assign to the moment. It's the voice inside your head making everything bigger, darker, scarier, faster. Most people suffer from the same issue. They confuse their thoughts with reality. A delay feels like rejection. Silence feels like danger. Uncertainty feels like failure. A simple message feels like a threat. A neutral expression feels like judgment. Their mind creates storms where there are only small clouds. The truth is not chaotic. The mind is chaotic. And until you master that voice, the world will keep feeling overwhelming, unfair, heavy, and unpredictable. The inner voice is not you. It's programming. Here is the truth nobody teaches you. The voice in your head is not your voice. It is a collection of your past, your fears, your upbringing, your environment, your failures, your memories, and everyone who ever influenced you. It is programming. It is conditioning. It is habit. And if you don't question that voice, you end up trusting a voice that was never trained, never strengthened, never purified. Most people live as prisoners of a voice they never shaped. You are not listening to your mind. Your mind is leading you, controlling you, commanding you. And once you believe every thought,
your emotions start obeying those thoughts. Your body reacts to them. Your decisions follow them. Your reactions mirror them. So the formula becomes simple. Unmastered thoughts equals chaotic emotions equals chaotic life. Mastered thoughts equals calm emotions equals calm life. The underthinking spiral. Let's walk into a real scenario. Imagine you message someone. 10 minutes pass. No reply. Your mind starts whispering. Maybe they're ignoring you. Maybe they're upset with you. What if something is wrong? What if they don't respect you? What if you said something wrong? One small spark, one small uncertainty, and now your mind is creating full-scale chaos. Your heart rate increases. You feel stress. You feel pressure. You feel anxiety. But nothing actually happened. Meaning, the mind created a fire that reality never started. This is how powerful the inner voice is. This is why mastering it is not optional, it's mandatory. Thoughts are not commands. Thoughts are only suggestions. But most people treat thoughts like orders. They obey every idea. They react to every fear. They follow every insecurity. They believe every negative prediction. But calm people don't do this. Strong people don't do this. Centered people don't do this. They watch their thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. They let them flow. They let them move. They let them exist, but they don't obey them. They choose which thoughts deserve attention and which thoughts deserve rejection. Because not every thought is worth believing. Not every thought is worth feeling. Not every thought deserves your emotional investment. Training the inner voice. The voice in your mind becomes what you repeatedly feed it. Feed it panic, it becomes panic. Feed it chaos, it becomes chaos. Feed it fear, it becomes fear. But feed it discipline, feed it clarity, feed it strength, feed it truth, and the voice becomes your weapon, your guide, your support, your power. Here is how calm people train the inner voice. 1. They slow down the internal dialogue. They don't let the mind run fast. A fast mind creates fast fear. A fast mind creates fast overreaction. 2. They separate emotion from language. Not every stressful feeling deserves a stressful sentence. They learn to say, I feel pressure, but it does not control me. 3. They ask strong questions. Instead of, what if everything goes wrong? They ask, what is the truth of this moment? What is actually happening? What do I know, not what I fear? This is how you dominate the inner voice. When you control the voice, you control the moment. There is a powerful shift that happens when the voice inside you becomes calm. Suddenly, situations feel smaller. Problems feel manageable. People stop intimidating you. Pressure stops overwhelming you. Because chaos outside loses power when the voice inside becomes stable. You walk differently. You speak differently. You decide differently. You handle conflict differently. People around you will notice you're calmer, clearer, more composed. They won't understand what changed, but you will know You took command over the voice everyone else is controlled by. The voice of discipline versus the voice of drama. There are two voices inside you. One, the weak voice, drama. It exaggerates. It panics. It doubts. It complains. It imagines the worst. It reacts emotionally. Two, the strong voice, discipline. It slows down. It breathes. It observes. It questions. It commands. It responds calmly. Your job is simple. Strengthen the strong voice. Silence the weak one. Every time you choose clarity over panic, the strong voice grows. Every time you choose patience over impulse, the strong voice grows. Every time you choose truth over fear, the strong voice grows. Eventually, the strong voice becomes the dominant voice, the leader, the commander, and the weak voice becomes background noise. Identity. You become the master of your mind. Close your eyes and imagine this new identity. You walk into stressful moments with a calm inner world. Your thoughts are deliberate. Your reactions are controlled. Your internal voice speaks like a guide, not a threat. People around you panic, you stay steady. People around you overthink, you stay focused. People around you lose control. You hold your center. This is mental leadership. This is emotional mastery. This is what separates you from the average person. And it all begins with the voice inside your head. End of chapter mantra. Repeat it. Own it. Let it shape your identity. Control the voice. Control the moment.
Chapter 3. Chaos is a test you must pass. Chaos comes for everyone. It doesn't knock. It doesn't warn you. It doesn't give you time to prepare. Chaos arrives to test one thing: your discipline. Not your talent, not your dreams, not your excuses. Your discipline. You need to understand this clearly. This is the chapter where things get real. This is the chapter where you stop pretending that life must calm down before you rise. It won't. Life doesn't calm down. You do. Chaos is not your enemy. Chaos is the pressure that reveals who you truly are. And the truth is simple. You either break or you build. You either collapse or you control. You either react or you rise. And here's the part you must never forget. You have a choice. Always. Especially in chaos. People think chaos is about the outside world. It's not. Chaos is about what happens inside you. Inside your mind. Inside your habits. Inside your reactions. That's the key. You don't rise because life becomes easy. You rise because you become stronger, calmer, and more disciplined than the noise around you. Chaos is the test. Your response is the grade. When everything goes wrong, who are you? When your plans fall apart, when people disappoint you, when money gets tight, when pressure builds, when the unexpected hits you hard, who do you become? Do you panic? Do you freeze? Do you complain? Do you break? Or do you breathe? Do you analyze? Do you adapt? Do you discipline yourself? This is what separates those who grow from those who crumble. Not strength, not luck, not opportunity, self-control, self-command, self-discipline. Chaos is the environment where winners are born and excuses are buried. Most people fail because they think chaos is unfair.
They keep saying things like, "Why is this happening to me? Why now? Why can't things be simple?" But here's the truth. Chaos is supposed to come. Life uses chaos to check your growth. Life uses chaos to ask one question: are you ready? And if you're not, life repeats the lesson again and again until you learn the discipline you've been avoiding. Chaos exposes the habits you refuse to build. Chaos exposes the weaknesses you tried to hide. Chaos exposes the emotional reactions you never learned to control. It's not punishing you, it's teaching you. Here's the mindset you must adopt. When chaos appears, you don't say, "Why me?" You say, "Good, the test has arrived. I was built for this." Because whether you believe it or not, you are built for this. You just haven't accessed that version of yourself yet. Chaos unlocks it, but only if you respond correctly. Rule 1. Slow everything down. Chaos tries to make you speed up. It tries to force quick reactions, fast emotions, instant panic. Don't fall for that trap. When the world moves fast, you move slow on the inside. You breathe, you observe, you think. You remind yourself you have a choice. Slowing down is not weakness, it is strategy. Strategic calm is how you regain control. Say it to yourself. I don't react, I respond. I don't panic, I analyze. I don't collapse, I adjust. That's the key. Rule 2. Control your inner temperature. Chaos doesn't destroy you. Your emotional reactions do. Every time life throws a problem at you, remember, calm is a weapon. Calm is discipline. Calm is power. You don't need anyone's permission to stay calm. You don't need someone else's behavior to justify your peace. You don't need situations to be perfect before you breathe properly. Your calm is your responsibility. Your calm is your advantage. Your calm is your armor. Chaos hates calm people. It can't control them. It can't blind them. It can't break them. Be one of them. Rule 3. Simplify. Strip the problem down. When everything feels overwhelming, do one thing. Cut the problem into pieces. Chaos looks big. Chaos feels heavy. Chaos seems impossible. But that's only because you're looking at the whole mountain. Look at the next step instead, not the next 20 steps, only the next one. You don't overcome chaos by defeating everything at once. You overcome chaos by doing the next disciplined action, then the next, then the next. Step by step, breath by breath, decision by decision. That's how warriors think. That's how leaders think. That's how you must think. Rule 4. Remove the noise. Eliminate the unnecessary. When chaos hits, people try to do everything. That's a mistake. Chaos requires focus, not frenzy. Cut distractions. Cut emotional conversations. Cut unnecessary responsibilities. Cut unhealthy people stirring the noise. It's not about perfection. It's about discipline. You don't need everyone's opinion. You don't need constant updates. You don't need to engage with every problem. You need clarity. You need direction. You need discipline. Rule 5. Anchor yourself to something bigger. When chaos shakes you, ground yourself in your mission, your purpose, your values. Remind yourself, I'm not here to be comfortable. I'm here to grow. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to evolve. I'm not here to react. I'm here to rise. That's the key. Chaos becomes smaller when your purpose becomes larger. Now listen carefully. Chaos is not a one-time event. It will return again and again because growth requires pressure. But here's the truth most people never see. Each time chaos returns, it becomes easier. Not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. You start to recognize the patterns. You start to control the triggers. You start to respond with purpose instead of emotion. You become the calm inside the storm. You become the one chaos can't break. You become the one who says, "Throw anything at me, I'll still stay in control. Pressure won't move me. Chaos won't define me." And that's when you pass the test. Not because chaos stopped, but because you stopped collapsing. This is the transformation you're building throughout this audiobook. This is the inner strength that separates the average from the disciplined. This is the mindset that turns ordinary people into forces of nature. Chaos will test you. Chaos will challenge you. Chaos will push you to your limits. But remember, you have a choice. Always. Especially in chaos. And the choice is simple. Break or build. React or rise. Collapse or command. Choose command. Choose discipline. Choose control. Because when you master chaos, you master yourself. And when you master yourself, nothing in this world can stop you.
Chapter 4. Protect your energy like a warrior. Your energy is your life force. Your energy is your currency. Your energy is your strength. If you lose your energy, you lose everything. Your discipline dies. Your motivation collapses. Your clarity disappears. Your identity weakens. That's why this chapter matters. This is where you learn one of the most important truths of a disciplined life. You must protect your energy like a warrior. Not casually, not occasionally, like a warrior. Every day, every hour, every moment that matters. Because the world is full of things that drain you, people that drain you, habits that drain you, thoughts that drain you. And if you're not careful, your energy will leak out through 1,000 small holes. People think success is about talent, or opportunity, or background. It's not. Success is about energy management. Success is about protecting your inner power from the forces that steal it. That's the key. You can't build a powerful life with a weak battery. You can't build discipline with depleted energy. You can't build emotional control when everyone has access to your mind. You need boundaries. You need focus. You need protection. Your energy is your responsibility. Not your family's responsibility, not your partner's, not your friends', not the world's. Yours. You don't need permission to protect it. You don't need validation. You don't need approval. You have a choice, and the choice is simple. Protect your energy or lose your power. Rule 1. Guard your attention. Your attention decides your energy. Wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. If your attention is scattered, your energy becomes weak. If your attention is focused, your energy becomes powerful. You can't let the world hijack your attention. Stop giving your attention to every notification. Stop giving your attention to every opinion. Stop giving your attention to every argument. Stop giving your attention to every distraction. You don't need that noise. You don't need that chaos. You don't need that drain. Protect your attention. Protect your energy. Protect your life. Rule 2. Cut off emotional parasites. Yes, emotional parasites exist.
These are the people who always take and never give, always complain and never improve, always want your time but never want your advice, always come with problems but never come with solutions. These people drain your energy faster than anything else. And here's the truth. You don't have to save them. You don't have to fix them. You don't have to carry their emotional weight. You have a choice. You can say no, you can walk away, you can protect yourself. It's not cruelty, it's discipline, because your energy is too valuable to waste. A warrior doesn't fight unnecessary battles, and you shouldn't fight emotional ones that aren't yours. Rule 3. Limit access to yourself. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone deserves your time. Not everyone deserves your mind. You must understand this. Being available to everyone is the fastest way to destroy yourself. People will take advantage of your kindness. People will expect your energy on demand. People will mistake your openness for weakness. Set boundaries. Clear boundaries, hard boundaries. You don't have to explain your boundaries. You don't have to justify your boundaries. You don't need permission for your boundaries. A warrior doesn't ask the enemy permission to raise his shield. You shouldn't either. Rule 4. Protect your inner peace. Inner peace is not luxury. It's not a reward. It's not something you get when life settles down. Inner peace is a daily job. Inner peace is discipline. Inner peace is protection. You protect your peace by choosing where you place your mind. You protect your peace by refusing to engage in meaningless conflict. You protect your peace by controlling your reactions. You protect your peace by choosing silence over chaos. Repeat this to yourself. Not everything deserves my reaction. Not every message deserves my reply. Not every situation deserves my energy. This is how warriors stay strong. This is how disciplined minds stay focused. This is how you stay in control. Rule 5. Protect your physical energy. Your body fuels your mind. Your mind fuels your discipline. So your body must be protected too. Poor sleep weakens you. Poor habits drain you. Poor routines destroy you. You need discipline here as well. Sleep with intention. Eat with purpose. Move your body daily. A weak body creates a weak mind. A weak mind creates weak decisions. Weak decisions create a weak life. You need strength. You need stamina. You need vitality. Protect your physical energy like a warrior protects his weapon, because it is your weapon. Rule 6. Stop explaining yourself. This is where most people lose all their energy. They waste time explaining their choices, explaining their boundaries, explaining their dreams, explaining their standards. You don't need to explain anything. You chose discipline. You chose focus. You chose growth. You chose yourself. Not everyone will understand. Not everyone needs to understand. Not everyone deserves to understand. Save your energy. Save your breath. Save your clarity. Explanations drain energy. Action protects energy. Rule 7. Protect your purpose. Purpose is precious. Purpose is rare. Purpose is powerful. You can't share your purpose with people who don't understand ambition. You can't share your dreams with people who only speak fear. You can't share your mission with people who can't even control their own lives. Your purpose is the fire inside you, and fire needs protection. A warrior protects his flame from the wind. You must protect your purpose from negativity, doubts, and noise. You don't need external approval to pursue your mission. You don't need support. You don't need validation. You need discipline. You need focus. You need inner strength. That's the key. And now listen carefully. When you protect your energy, everything in your life improves. Your mind sharpens. Your emotions stabilize. Your discipline strengthens. Your confidence grows. Your boundaries become firm. Your decisions become powerful. Because energy is power. Energy is clarity. Energy is self-control. Energy is the foundation of a disciplined life. This is why warriors win. They don't waste themselves on meaningless battles. They don't drain themselves with emotional chaos. They don't give their energy to the wrong people. They protect themselves first, not selfishly, but intelligently. Because a warrior knows, I can't help anyone if I'm drained. I can't lead if I'm exhausted. I can't rise if I'm empty. You must think the same way. Protect your energy. Protect your peace. Protect your mind. Because when your energy stays strong, your life stays strong. And when your life stays strong, nothing can break you. You become unshakable, unstoppable, unbothered, unmoved. You become the warrior of your own world. And now that your energy is guarded, now that your mind is shielded, now that your power is protected, it's time for the next level.
Chapter 5. Slow down your pace, sharpen your mind. Most people move too fast. They rush, they panic, they react without thinking. They jump from task to task, problem to problem, emotion to emotion, and then wonder why their mind feels dull, scattered, and weak. Here's the truth most people never learn. Speed doesn't create clarity. Slowness does. When your life feels overwhelming, you don't need more speed. You need more precision. You need more awareness. You need more control. You need to slow down your pace so you can sharpen your mind. That's the key. A sharp mind is not created by rushing. A sharp mind is created by pausing, observing, analyzing, and choosing deliberately. You have a choice. You can rush like everyone else, or you can think like the disciplined few. And discipline starts with slowing yourself down internally, even if the world around you is moving fast. Speed without direction destroys you. People confuse movement with progress. They think being busy means being productive. They think going fast means getting ahead. But ask yourself, what's the point of running if you don't know where you're going? What's the point of hustling if your decisions are sloppy? What's the point of speed if you're headed toward the wrong destination? That's why slowing down is power. Slowing down gives you clarity. Slowing down gives you control. Slowing down gives you an edge. A warrior doesn't swing his sword wildly. A warrior moves with intention. A warrior studies before striking. A warrior waits for the right moment. You must think the same way. Slow is smooth. Smooth becomes sharp. Sharp becomes unstoppable. The mind sharpens when you remove chaos. The mind sharpens when you stop rushing. The mind sharpens when you take ownership of your pace. When you slow down, you think better. When you slow down, you see the patterns. When you slow down, you notice the details others miss. And power lives in the details. You don't need a faster life. You need a clearer one. Rule 1. Pause before reacting. This one rule can save your relationships, your goals, your confidence, and your sanity. Before reacting, pause. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. That tiny gap is where you build your discipline. That tiny gap is where emotional mastery is created. That tiny gap is where your sharp mind activates. Most people hear something and react instantly. They panic instantly. They argue instantly. They assume instantly. Instant reactions create instant regret. You need to train yourself. Pause, breathe, observe, then respond. This pause is your power. This pause is your advantage. This pause is the birthplace of clear thinking.
You don't need their permission to pause. You don't need their approval. You have a choice, and your choice controls the entire outcome. Rule 2. Move slower so you can think deeper. When you slow your pace, your mind becomes sharper. When you slow your pace, you notice what others ignore. When you slow your pace, you make stronger decisions. Rushing blinds you. Rushing weakens you. Rushing makes you sloppy. You must learn to slow your internal world even if your external world is moving fast. The disciplined mind says, I will not rush my decisions. I will not rush my emotions. I will not rush my progress. Because the disciplined mind knows rushed choices create long-term damage. Slow choices create long-term power. Rule 3. Protect your mental space. Your mind can't be sharp if it's overloaded. Your mind can't be sharp if it's cluttered. Your mind can't be sharp if you never give it room to breathe. You need mental space. You need silence. You need time when you're not consuming, not reacting, not scrolling, not absorbing noise. A warrior sharpens his blade in silence. You sharpen your mind the same way. Sit in silence for a few minutes every day. Detach. Breathe. Reset. This is not laziness. This is strategy. This is discipline. People who fear silence fear themselves. But disciplined people use silence to become unstoppable. Rule 4. Do fewer things, but do them better. A sharp mind does not multitask. A sharp mind doesn't chase every idea. A sharp mind doesn't try to conquer 10 battles at once. A sharp mind does one thing with full force, then moves to the next, then the next. Your progress isn't slow because you're weak. Your progress is slow because your attention is scattered everywhere. You don't need more projects. You need more focus. You don't need more goals. You need direction. You don't need more hustle. You need discipline. Do fewer things, but do them with intense clarity and unmatched execution. This is how warriors win battles. This is how leaders stay ahead. This is how you build a sharp mind. Rule 5. Create rhythm, not chaos. Your mind sharpens when your life has structure. Your mind sharpens when your daily rhythm is predictable. Your mind sharpens when you know what to expect and how to act. Chaos steals your clarity. Chaos steals your energy. Chaos steals your power. You need rhythm. Morning rhythm, work rhythm, night rhythm. Small routines, simple routines, disciplined routines. When your life is structured, your mind becomes free. When your mind is free, your intuition becomes stronger. When your intuition becomes stronger, you become sharp. You don't rise by accident. You rise by rhythm. Rule 6. Think long-term, act short-term. Sharp minds don't live in the moment of panic. Sharp minds don't drown in temporary problems. Sharp minds zoom out, see the bigger picture, and make decisions that benefit the future. When you slow down, you gain perspective. You start asking the right questions. Will this matter in a week? Will this matter in a month? Will this matter in a year? Most of the time, it won't. When you slow down, you stop letting small things destroy your peace. You stop letting temporary issues make permanent damage. You stop letting irrelevant problems drain your energy. You learn to think long-term, and thinking long-term makes you powerful. Rule 7. Replace rush with intention. Say this: I move with intention. I choose with intention. I speak with intention. I act with intention. Intention is what sharpens your mind. Intention is the antidote to chaos. Intention is how disciplined people win. Every action becomes meaningful. Every decision becomes logical. Every step becomes strategic. You stop wasting time. You stop wasting energy. You stop wasting your life. This is what slowing down does. It makes you intentional, and intention makes you unstoppable. Listen carefully. Slowing down is not weakness. Slowing down is not laziness. Slowing down is not hesitation. Slowing down is precision. Slowing down is clarity. Slowing down is power. A slow mind is dull. A fast mind is chaotic. But a slow-paced, sharp mind, that is unstoppable. When you slow your pace, you upgrade your thinking. When you slow your pace, you gain mastery over your emotions. When you slow your pace, you begin to move through life like a strategist, not a survivor. You become clearer. You become smarter. You become calmer. You become stronger. And this is the discipline that separates the powerful from the scattered, the focused from the frantic, the warriors from the worriers. You slowed your pace, you sharpened your mind, now it's time for the next transformation.
Chapter 6. Detach emotion from reality. Your emotions lie. Your emotions exaggerate. Your emotions distort the truth. And if you don't learn how to separate your emotions from reality, you will live a life controlled by impulses, assumptions, and reactions. This chapter is simple, but it's not easy. This chapter is the turning point between the average and the disciplined. This chapter teaches you one of the most powerful skills a human being can develop, the ability to detach emotion from reality. That's the key. Your emotions are not facts. Your emotions are not instructions. Your emotions are not the truth. They are signals, nothing more. You have a choice. You can obey your emotions like everyone else, or you can observe your emotions and still make the right decision. This is the difference between reacting and responding. This is the difference between chaos and clarity. This is the difference between a weak mind and a powerful one. Emotion is fast. Reality is slow. Emotions hit you instantly. Reality unfolds gradually. Emotion says, "This is bad." Reality says, "Let's find out." Emotion says, "I can't handle this." Reality says, "You're capable." Emotion says, "Everything is falling apart." Reality says, "Nothing happened yet, it's just your fear talking." When you attach emotion to reality, you lose power. You lose clarity. You lose your ability to think. But when you detach emotion from reality, you become dangerous in the best way. You become calm. You become structured. You become logical. You become unstoppable. Rule 1. Feel your emotions, but don't obey them. This is where most people fail. They think detaching from emotion means ignoring emotion. No, ignoring emotion makes it stronger. You must feel it, acknowledge it, notice it, but you don't give it the steering wheel. Say to yourself, "I feel the emotion, but I choose the action. I feel the fear, but I won't let it control me. I feel the frustration, but I will stay disciplined." You have a choice. Your emotions don't. Rule 2. Slow everything down before responding. Emotions demand speed. Reality demands clarity. When you feel triggered, when you feel angry, when you feel anxious, when you feel attacked, slow down.
Take one breath, then another, then one more. Inside that pause, the emotion loses power. Inside that pause, reality becomes visible again. Inside that pause, you regain control. That's the key. If you respond while emotional, you will almost always regret it. But if you respond after detaching, your decisions become smarter, quieter, stronger. Rule 3. Separate the story from the facts. Your mind loves to create stories. Your emotions fuel those stories, and those stories are rarely true. Fact: someone didn't reply. Story: they must be ignoring me. Fact: you made a mistake. Story: I'm useless, I always fail. Fact: something unexpected happened. Story: my whole life is ruined. See the pattern? The problem isn't the event. The problem is the emotional story attached to the event. Disciplined people ask one question: what are the facts? Not, what do I feel? What are the facts? Once you separate the two, clarity returns. Rule 4. Don't make decisions in emotional storms. Never decide your future during emotional chaos. Never commit. Never break. Never confront. Never quit. Never promise. Never react. Emotions are temporary. Decisions are permanent. If you choose based on emotion, you will destroy things you worked hard to build. If you choose based on reality, you will build things emotion could never interrupt. A calm decision is a powerful decision. A disciplined decision is a lasting decision. Wait for the emotion to settle, then choose. Rule 5. Let logic lead, let emotion follow. You are not removing emotion from your life. You are simply placing it in the correct position. Logic leads, emotion follows. When logic leads, emotion becomes fuel. When emotion leads, logic becomes a prisoner. Disciplined people use emotions as tools, not masters. They don't suppress emotion, they direct it. They don't deny emotion, they harness it. This is emotional mastery. This is self-control. This is transformation. Rule 6. Don't personalize everything. Emotional people take everything personally. Every comment, every delay, every behavior, every silence, every situation. Here is the truth. Most things have nothing to do with you. People are dealing with their own fears, their own insecurities, their own stress, their own problems. You exhaust yourself when you attach emotion to things that were never personal. Detach. Observe. Don't absorb. You don't need their approval. You don't need their validation. You don't need their comfort. You need discipline. Rule 7. Challenge your emotional assumptions. When an emotion hits you, ask, is this real? Is this true? Is this helpful? Is this based on fear or fact? Is this emotion protecting me or weakening me? Most emotions are just old patterns, old wounds, old triggers replaying themselves. Challenge them. Interrupt them. Question them. A warrior doesn't accept every thought as truth. A warrior tests every thought before believing it. You must do the same. Rule 8. Practice emotional neutrality. Neutrality is not coldness. Neutrality is not numbness. Neutrality is strength. Neutral means you observe without absorbing. Neutral means you stay calm while analyzing.
Neutral means you don't let emotional waves pull you out of your center. Neutrality is how you deal with pressure. Neutrality is how you win arguments without raising your voice. Neutrality is how you stay powerful in chaos. People who master neutrality can walk into the same storm that destroys others and stand untouched. Now listen carefully. Separating emotion from reality is not about becoming emotionless. It's about becoming emotionally intelligent, emotionally disciplined, emotionally unshakable. When you detach emotion from reality, your decisions become stronger. Your confidence becomes real. Your reactions become calm. Your relationships improve. Your mind becomes sharper. Your peace becomes stable. Your direction becomes clear. You stop living like a reactor and start living like a creator. You stop being controlled by impulses and start controlling everything inside you. You stop letting temporary emotions create permanent problems. You become someone people can't manipulate, someone people can't trigger, someone people can't destabilize. Because your emotions may move, but your reality stays solid. Your inner world stays disciplined. Your decisions stay intentional. This is power. This is maturity. This is mastery. You detached emotion from reality. Now you're ready for the next level.
Chapter 7. Remove the people who profit from your chaos. There comes a point in every person's life when they must confront a hard, uncomfortable truth. Not everyone around you wants you calm, stable, or in control. Some people benefit when you are confused. Some benefit when you are emotional. Some benefit when you are lost. And the worst part? Most of the time, you don't even realize it. This chapter is about cutting those people out, not softly, not gradually, but decisively. Because peace has a price, and the first installment is separation. You must identify the people who thrive on your chaos. Pay attention to your life. Pay attention to your emotional patterns. Pay attention to what happens right before you feel drained, angry, or heavy. There are people who do not bring storms into your life, but they love watching you drown in them. There are people who smile at your progress, but inside, they fear it. There are people who pretend to support you, but only as long as you stay below them. How do you recognize these people? Ask yourself, who calls you only when they need something? Who gets nervous when you start improving? Who makes you doubt yourself intentionally? Who becomes distant when you grow stronger? Who keeps reminding you of your past mistakes? These are not friends. These are not supporters. These are parasites feeding on your chaos because your chaos keeps them relevant. The truth is simple. People who profit from your instability will never help you build stability. Chaos people fear your calm. Understand something powerful. When you become calm, focused, and self-respecting, certain people lose control over you. Why? Because emotional people are easy to manipulate. Reactive people are easy to provoke. Chaotic people are easy to distract. But a calm person, a grounded person, a person who thinks before acting, they are dangerous. Your calm exposes people. Your silence exposes people. Your boundaries expose people. Some people don't fear losing you. They fear losing the version of you who is easy to use. Why cutting them off is not cruel, it's necessary. Many people hesitate to walk away because they believe, I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to seem selfish. I don't want drama. Listen carefully.
You are not removing them because you are cruel. You are removing them because they are costing you your peace, your progress, and your mental strength. You cannot build a calm mind in a toxic environment. You cannot build discipline surrounded by the undisciplined. You cannot grow when someone around you feeds on your weakness. You owe them nothing, but you owe your future self everything. Walking away does not make you heartless. It makes you self-respecting. There are 3 types of chaos feeders. Let's break it down clearly so you never confuse them again. Number 1, the emotional leech. This person drains your energy without giving anything back. Every conversation becomes a crisis. Every day brings a new complaint. Every moment with them feels heavy. They don't want solutions. They want attention. They want you exhausted so they can feel important. Your emotional energy is not their fuel. Release them. Number 2, the subtle saboteur. This person pretends to support you, but their words cut quietly. Oh, you're trying that again? Do you really think you can do it? You've changed, and not in a good way. They act innocent, but every sentence is a seed of doubt. They don't push you down openly, they hold you back slowly. Distance yourself. Number 3, the chaos addict. This person lives in drama. They love fights, gossip, conflict, negativity, and they drag you into their storm because it gives them meaning. When your life is peaceful, theirs feels empty. They need your chaos to distract themselves from their own. Detach from them. When you remove them, your life will shift. Once you take out people who profit from your chaos, something powerful happens. Your mind becomes clearer. Your emotions become lighter. Your focus becomes stronger. Your energy returns to you. Your confidence starts rising. You stop explaining yourself. You stop apologizing for your boundaries. You stop lowering your standards just to keep someone close. You begin to see who you truly are without the noise, without the manipulation, without the emotional weight. Your life expands when you stop shrinking it for others. You need distance, not revenge. Do not argue. Do not explain. Do not prove anything. Do not try to make them understand. The moment you start protecting your energy, the wrong people will expose themselves. They will get angry. They will call you selfish. They will accuse you of changing. And that's how you know you made the right decision. Distance is enough. Silence is enough. Walking away is enough. You don't need revenge. Their own behavior will be their consequence. Build a circle that thrives on your calm, not your chaos. Once you remove the wrong people, something even more powerful happens. You start attracting the right ones. People who respect your boundaries, support your growth, inspire improvement, protect your peace, speak truth, not gossip, want to see you win. Your environment becomes your strength instead of your weakness. You grow faster, you think clearer, you live lighter, because the right people don't need you chaotic, they need you stable. Your peace is your responsibility. Your life changes the moment you accept that nobody is worth losing your peace for. Not friends, not relatives, not partners, not coworkers, not anyone. Peace is not given, it's protected. Energy is not created, it's managed. Calm is not accidental, it's a choice. And that choice demands sacrifice. Letting go will hurt, but staying will destroy you. Command to yourself. Say this silently. I protect my peace ruthlessly. I walk away calmly. I choose myself confidently. No one will use my chaos to control me again. Repeat it until it becomes your reality. Conclusion. Removing the people who profit from your chaos is not a small step. It is a transformation. It marks the moment you stop being drained and you start being powerful. It marks the moment you stop being reactive and you start being intentional. It marks the moment you stop living for others and you start living for yourself. You deserve a calm life. You deserve a clear mind. You deserve a circle that loves your strength, not your weakness. And it all begins with one act: cutting off the chaos at its source.
Chapter 8. Eliminate noise and build inner stillness. There is a moment in your life when you realize something important. You are not tired because life is heavy. You are tired because your mind is noisy. Noise is the invisible enemy of a calm life. Noise is the reason you cannot think clearly. Noise is the reason you feel overwhelmed even when nothing is happening. Noise is the silent destroyer of your focus, your discipline, and your inner power. In this chapter, you will learn how to remove the noise that steals your peace and build the kind of inner stillness that makes you unshakable. Noise is not just sound. It's everything that distracts your mind. People think noise is loud music or traffic. Noise is much deeper than that. Noise is unnecessary conversations, endless notifications, emotional drama, gossip, comparison, overthinking, pointless arguments, social media overload, the opinions of people who don't live your life. Noise is anything that takes you away from yourself. Noise is what prevents you from hearing the voice that actually matters, your own. This is why stillness is not a luxury. Stillness is survival. The modern world is designed to distract you. Understand this clearly. You are living in the loudest era in human history. Everyone wants your attention. Every app is competing for your mind. Every platform is designed to keep you scrolling, reacting, consuming. You are being trained to be distracted. You are being trained to stay mentally scattered. You are being trained to never sit in silence with yourself. Because a distracted person is easier to control. A calm person is powerful. A focused person cannot be manipulated. Stillness is rebellion. Stillness is strength. If you want to survive this world, you must protect your attention like it's your life, because it is. Inner stillness begins when you stop feeding chaos. Stillness doesn't appear magically. You must make space for it. Ask yourself, who drains my mind with pointless drama? What habits keep my brain overstimulated? Which environments make me anxious or restless? What do I consume that steals my mental clarity? Your mind becomes peaceful the moment you stop giving your energy to things that don't deserve it. Most people don't need more motivation. They need less distraction. Most people don't need more time. They need fewer mental leaks. Stillness appears when chaos is removed. Silence is not empty. Silence is where you hear yourself. When you eliminate noise, something powerful happens. You finally start hearing your own thoughts. Your mind becomes sharper. Your emotions become clearer. Your decisions become stronger. Silence shows you what you truly want, what you need to walk away from,
what actually matters, who is aligned with your life, what direction you must take. You'd be shocked how many people don't know what they want simply because their life is too loud to think. Silence gives you the answers you've been searching for. The 3 layers of noise you must eliminate. Let's break it down clearly and ruthlessly. 1. External noise. This is the noise around you. Toxic people, aimless conversations, unnecessary social interactions, environments filled with negativity, places where conflict never ends. You cannot build inner calm while living in outer chaos. Distance yourself, limit access, protect your ears and mind from unnecessary exposure. You're not being rude, you're being wise. 2. Digital noise. Your phone is the biggest thief of your attention. Notifications, messages, social media, endless scrolling, constant dopamine spikes. Every beep, every buzz, every vibration chips away at your focus. Silence your phone. Turn off notifications. Put it away for hours at a time. Choose when you want to consume, not when the world demands your attention. Control your digital environment, or it will control your life. 3. Internal noise. This is the hardest one. The noise inside your mind. Overthinking, reliving old mistakes, imagining worst-case scenarios, worrying about things you cannot control, replaying conversations, trying to please everyone. The internal noise is not created by reality, it is created by fear. And fear grows when your mind has no silence. To reduce internal noise, practice this. Pause. Breathe. Observe your thoughts without reacting. Let them pass like clouds. You don't need to fight every thought. You need to stop entertaining them. Stillness is a skill, not a mood. People think being calm is a personality trait. It is not. Calmness is trained. Calmness is built. Calmness is earned. Stillness comes from disciplined routines, controlled environments, clear boundaries, intentional habits, reducing stimulation, choosing silence over noise, choosing clarity over chaos. You must practice stillness the same as you practice strength. When you build stillness, you become powerful. Stillness makes you more confident, more decisive, more emotionally stable, less reactive, harder to manipulate, mentally sharp, spiritually grounded. People will notice your calm. People will feel your presence. People will respect your stability. Because stillness is rare, and anything rare becomes valuable. A still mind is a weapon. A noisy mind is a weakness. Choose wisely. What happens when you eliminate noise? Your energy rises, your productivity increases, your stress decreases, your life feels lighter, your vision becomes clearer. You stop living on autopilot. You start living intentionally. Your inner world becomes powerful enough to stay calm regardless of external chaos. That's the goal. Not a silent environment, a silent mind. Not a peaceful day, a peaceful identity. Not temporary calm, permanent inner stillness. Command to yourself. Say this silently. My mind is mine. My attention is sacred. I remove all noise that blocks my peace. I choose stillness. I choose clarity. I choose control. Repeat it until it becomes truth. Conclusion. Inner stillness is not built by chance. It is built by decisions. Every time you mute a distraction, you build stillness. Every time you walk away from drama, you build stillness. Every time you choose silence, you build stillness. Every time you focus on yourself, you build stillness. In a world that never stops screaming, the quiet person becomes powerful. Build that quiet. Build that clarity. Build that inner space where chaos cannot enter. That is how you become unshakable.
Chapter 9. Discipline, the foundation of a calm mind. There is no calm without discipline. There is no peace without structure. There is no mental strength without self-control. People think calmness is about deep breathing and meditation. No, calmness is built through discipline, the daily decisions you make when no one is watching. Chaos grows where discipline is weak. Stress grows where routines are broken. Anxiety grows where habits are unstable. If you want a calm life, you must build a disciplined life. This chapter will show you exactly why discipline is the foundation of a strong mind. Discipline creates order, and order reduces chaos. Your mind becomes noisy when your life has no structure. Think about it. When you sleep at random times, your energy becomes unstable. When you wake up without a plan, your day starts in confusion. When you eat without control, your body becomes heavy. When you avoid responsibilities, your stress grows. When you delay difficult tasks, your anxiety increases. A chaotic mind is a reflection of a chaotic routine. Discipline is not strictness. Discipline is clarity. It gives your mind a framework, a direction, a sense of control. When your life is organized, your thoughts calm down. When your habits are consistent, your emotions stabilize. Order outside creates order inside. You become weak when you let your feelings lead your life. Most people know what they need to do. They just don't feel like doing it. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for confidence. They wait for inspiration. But the truth is brutal. Your feelings are the biggest liars in your life. Your feelings will tell you to stay in bed. Your feelings will tell you to delay the work. Your feelings will tell you to avoid discomfort. Your feelings will tell you to stay the same. And if you listen to your feelings more than your goals, you will never win. Discipline means you act according to what's required, not according to what's comfortable. A disciplined person still feels tired, lazy, emotional, overwhelmed, but they act anyway. That is what makes them different. Discipline gives you power over yourself. The strongest person is not the one who controls others. The strongest person is the one who controls themselves. Your impulses, your cravings, your reactions, your decisions, your time, your attention. When you can control yourself, no one else can control you. Discipline gives you a stronger mind, a clearer direction, faster progress, deeper confidence, emotional stability, unshakable calmness. A disciplined mind is not easily disturbed. A disciplined life is not easily broken. Small disciplines create massive calm. People think discipline needs big actions. It doesn't. It starts with small daily choices that build mental strength over time. Examples: waking up at the same time every day, keeping your room clean, planning your day the night before,
reducing social media time, eating on a schedule, finishing tasks instead of starting new ones, respecting your own boundaries, saying no when necessary. Small disciplines repair the mind. Small disciplines restore confidence. Small disciplines rebuild order. You don't calm your mind by thinking your way to peace. You calm your mind by organizing your life piece by piece. Discipline is a shield. It protects you from stress. Most stress comes from avoiding things, delaying responsibilities, being unprepared, being disorganized, living on autopilot, reacting instead of planning. Discipline removes these problems one by one. When you are disciplined, problems shrink, tasks feel lighter, goals become achievable, stress loses its power, fear becomes manageable. Why? Because discipline makes you ready. You don't fear the day when you're prepared for it. You don't fear challenges when you've trained for them. You don't fear chaos when your inner world is in order. Your mind wants stability. Discipline gives it that stability. Chaos confuses the mind. Routine reassures it. This is why disciplined people look calm, because their mind is not constantly guessing, worrying, or chasing. Their life has a rhythm. Their actions have direction. Their habits have meaning. A disciplined mind lives in peace because it lives with intention. You must command yourself, not negotiate with yourself. Weak people negotiate with their excuses. Strong people command themselves. Your inner dialogue determines your strength. Weak inner dialogue says, "I'll do it later. I'll start tomorrow. I don't feel like it. I'm too tired." Strong inner dialogue says, "Get up. Do it now. No excuses. This is who we are." Talk to yourself like someone you expect to obey. Your discipline grows when your self-command grows. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. Perfection destroys progress. Consistency builds it. You don't become disciplined in one day. You become disciplined by repeating small actions again and again. Some days you will slip. Some days you will feel weak. Some days you will break your rules. That's fine. What matters is this: you return to discipline immediately. No guilt, no self-hate, no emotional drama. Just reset, refocus, recommit. Consistency turns discipline into identity. What happens when discipline becomes part of you? Your mind becomes calmer. Your decisions become clearer. Your emotions become steadier. Your life becomes predictable in the best way. Your confidence grows naturally. Your self-respect rises. You stop fearing challenges because you trust yourself. The foundation of an unshakable mind is not intelligence. It is not talent. It is not luck. It is discipline. Command to yourself. Say this silently. I control my actions. I control my habits. I control my mind. I build discipline every day, and through discipline, I build peace. Repeat it until it becomes who you are. Conclusion. If you want to live a calm life, you must live a disciplined life. Chaos responds to emotion. Peace responds to discipline. A disciplined person sleeps better, thinks better, decides better, and reacts better. They are not perfect, they are prepared. Remember this truth: discipline is freedom. Discipline is clarity. Discipline is calm. Build it, and you will build a mind that nothing can shake.
Chapter 10. Win the morning or lose the day. Every day begins long before you open your eyes. Your morning determines your mindset. Your morning shapes your discipline. Your morning sets the emotional tone for the next 24 hours. If you win the first hour, you win the day. If you lose the first hour, the whole day slips out of your hands. This chapter is your wake-up call, literally and mentally. Your mornings are not just a routine. Your mornings are your battlefield. Your mornings are the foundation of your calmness, strength, and control. Your morning controls your momentum. Momentum is powerful. Once you start the day scattered, distracted, or slow, it becomes very hard to regain control. If you begin with discipline, the entire day follows that direction. If you begin with chaos, everything starts falling apart. Most people don't struggle because of their days. They struggle because of their mornings. Your morning can either clear your mind, sharpen your focus, stabilize your emotions, create confidence, or it can drain your energy, increase anxiety, create stress, weaken your discipline. Your morning decides everything. The first decision you make sets the standard. The first thing you do after waking up is not a small action. It is a message to your subconscious mind. When you hit snooze, you tell your mind, comfort is more important than growth. When you check social media immediately, you tell your mind, other people's lives matter more than my own. When you start with chaos, you tell your mind, I am not in control. But when you get up immediately, when you make your bed, when you start with discipline, you tell your mind, we are in charge, we are strong, we choose order. Your first decision is your first victory, and that victory builds your inner calm. Why most people lose their mornings? Let's be honest, the world is designed to steal your morning before you even start it. You wake up, reach for your phone, and instantly you are pulled into messages, notifications, news, other people's problems, endless scrolling, comparison, noise. Your mind wakes up already overwhelmed, already behind, already reactive. Your morning is stolen because you never protected it. You can't win the day if the world controls your mind by 9 a.m. Your morning must belong to you, not to the world. A calm morning is a controlled morning. You don't need a perfect morning routine. You don't need a complicated list of 20 things. You need a controlled, intentional morning. A morning with structure. A morning without chaos. A morning that strengthens your mind instead of weakening it. Here is what a calm, powerful morning looks like. Number 1, wake up with purpose. Don't let the bed convince you to stay. Don't negotiate. Don't think. Get up, stand up, start moving. Waking up with purpose immediately builds self-respect. You are proving to yourself that you are not controlled by comfort. Number 2, do something that brings order. It can be simple. Make your bed. Tidy your space. Wash your face. Open the windows. Organize your desk. When you create order outside, you create order inside. This small action tells your brain the day begins with structure. Number 3, spend time without your phone. This is the most important rule. Your brain needs silence when it wakes up. Don't let the world attack your mind before you stabilize yourself. No social media, no notifications, no messages, no mindless scrolling. Give yourself at least 20 to 30 minutes of uninterrupted stillness. Your mind will thank you. Your day will change. Number 4, move your body. You don't need intense workouts, you need movement. A short walk, stretching, breathing exercises, light exercise, anything that activates your body. Movement wakes up your brain. Movement reduces anxiety. Movement sharpens focus.
Movement gives your day momentum. A still mind is built through a moving body. Number 5, set one clear priority for the day. Not 10, not a long to-do list, just one. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I must accomplish today to win? This single question gives direction. It eliminates overwhelm. It makes your day meaningful. Your mind feels calm when it knows exactly what to focus on. Number 6, start with discipline, not dopamine. In the morning, your brain is vulnerable. If the first hit you give it is dopamine from your phone, junk food, or comfort, you weaken yourself for the rest of the day. Start with discipline. Water instead of sugar. Silence instead of scrolling. Planning instead of reacting. Movement instead of laziness. This one switch can change your entire life. Your morning is your identity in action. Your mornings reveal your character. Your mornings reveal your priorities. Your mornings reveal your mindset. You can't escape who you are in the first hour of your day. If your morning is weak, you become weak. If your morning is strong, you become strong. If your morning is chaotic, your mind becomes chaotic. If your morning is calm, your mind becomes calm. Your morning is a reflection of your discipline or your lack of it. When you win the morning, you feel unshakable. Winning your morning gives you mental clarity, emotional stability, confidence, momentum, direction, self-control, internal peace. You walk through the day feeling lighter and more in command. You don't react, you respond. You don't panic, you plan. You don't rush, you move with intention. A strong morning makes you emotionally bulletproof. Stop treating your morning like it doesn't matter. Your morning is not a small detail. Your morning is the foundation of your entire life. If you want to change your days, change your mornings. If you want to control your emotions, control your mornings. If you want to reduce anxiety, simplify your mornings. If you want to build discipline, train your mornings. Everything starts with the first hour. Command to yourself. Say this silently. My morning belongs to me. I start with discipline. I create order. I choose calm. I win the morning and I win my life. Repeat it until you believe it. Repeat it until it becomes identity. Conclusion. Winning the morning is not about waking up at 5 a.m. It is not about copying someone else's routine. It is about taking control of your day before the world takes control of you. Build a morning that strengthens your mind. Build a morning that gives you clarity. Build a morning that protects your peace. Win the morning or lose the day. The choice is yours.
Chapter 11. Build an inner world no one can disturb. There comes a stage in your evolution where you finally understand something powerful. The world outside you is loud because the world inside you is empty. And the day you fill your inner world with strength, direction, clarity, and calm, chaos loses all access to you. This chapter is about building that inner world, your invisible fortress, so solid that nothing and no one can disturb it. 1. Your inner world is your real home. Let me tell you a truth people spend their entire lives ignoring. You don't live in your house, you live inside your head. You don't wake up to a physical environment, you wake up to your mindset. You don't go through life reacting to events, you react to your interpretation of events. Your inner world is the filter through which everything passes. When the inner world is chaotic, everything feels hostile. When the inner world is calm, even storms feel manageable. So the real project of your life is not fixing people,
not fixing circumstances, not fixing the world. It is fixing the internal environment they enter through. This is why some people collapse over tiny problems, and others handle life-changing storms with composure. The difference is not the challenge. The difference is the inner world facing that challenge. 2. Clean out the mental clutter. You cannot build a peaceful inner world if your mind is filled with noise. Old stories, past hurts, imaginary fears, constant comparison, overthinking every situation. That clutter eats your calm. It steals your focus. It drains your energy. So start cleaning. Ask yourself, what thoughts live rent-free inside me that no longer serve me? Maybe it's anger towards someone. Maybe it's self-doubt planted years ago. Maybe it's a belief that you're not ready, not strong enough, or not capable. Whatever it is, remove it. Your mind should not be a trash bin for your past. It should be a command center for your future. To build an inner world no one can disturb, you must sweep out everything that weakens you. 3. Build a mental wall around your peace. Peace is not automatic. Peace is not accidental. Peace is not something people will protect for you. Peace must be guarded. And that means building mental walls. Not heartless walls. Not lonely walls. Protective walls. A wall that controls what gets your attention. A wall that filters what deserves your emotional investment. A wall that blocks unnecessary drama before it enters your world. Here's how you build it. If it drains your energy, reject it. If it wastes your time, ignore it. If it disrespects your peace, cut it off. If it doesn't align with your growth, walk away from it. Not every invitation deserves a response. Not every comment deserves attention. Not every person deserves access. When someone tries to pull you into conflict, imagine that wall. When someone speaks negativity, visualize that wall. When life throws chaos at you, stand behind that wall. This is not avoidance. This is mastery of emotional access. 4. Give your inner world rules. Your inner world needs structure. Without rules, your mind becomes a playground for noise. Set personal standards. I don't respond immediately when emotional. I don't argue with people who want to misunderstand me. I don't engage in chaos that doesn't belong to me. I don't let fear decide my choices. I don't let pressure break my calm. These are not just statements. They are internal laws. And once you create a code for your inner world, everything changes. You become predictable in your strength, consistent in your reactions, stable in your decisions. People lose power over you when your inner laws become stronger than their external pressure. 5. Build a sanctuary of solitude. Every warrior has a place they retreat to, not to escape, but to recharge. You need that too. Silence is not loneliness. Silence is your upgrade time. Use solitude to reflect, reset, regain emotional strength, observe your thoughts, understand yourself, plan your next move. Solitude is where your mind becomes sharp, where your emotions calm down, where your discipline strengthens. Make time for it daily, even if it's 10 minutes. Sit with yourself. Breathe. Let thoughts settle like dust. Allow your inner world to rebuild itself in peace. This is how you develop unshakable stability. 6. Decide what lives inside you. Your inner world should be curated like a sacred space. Fill it with things that strengthen you: purpose, gratitude, discipline, high standards, patience, vision, focus, confidence. These are the bricks that build stability. These are the pillars that make you unshakable. These are the weapons that protect your calm. And just like you choose what furniture enters your home, you must choose what beliefs enter your mind. If a thought weakens you, remove it. If a belief limits you, replace it. If a memory haunts you, reframe it. If a fear stops you, confront it. Your inner world is your creation. Treat it with intention. 7. Become hard to disturb. When your inner world is strong, people's words stop affecting you. People's moods stop controlling you. People's judgments stop defining you. People's chaos stop reaching you. You develop a new level of calm. Not fake calm. Not forced calm. Deep calm. Real calm. Warrior calm. A calm that comes from knowing who you are. A calm that comes from not needing validation. A calm that comes from trusting your path. A calm that comes from inner abundance rather than emotional hunger. This is where you become truly powerful. Because once you're hard to disturb, nothing outside you can defeat you. Not stress, not pressure, not people, not chaos, not life. 8. The world changes when you change internally. You don't fix life by fighting everything around you. You fix life by upgrading everything within you. Your peace is your power. Your stability is your weapon. Your inner world is your kingdom. And the day you build that kingdom strong, with walls of discipline, rules of clarity, a throne of self-respect, and guards of calm, that day the world loses the ability to disturb you. This is the art of becoming unshakable. This is the rise of your inner warrior. This is how you stay calm in a chaotic world.
Chapter 12. Become unshakable in a world that never stops. The world will not slow down for you. It will not pause. It will not wait. It will not hold your hand. Every day, noise increases. Every day, demands grow. Every day, someone wants your attention, your energy, your peace. And in this nonstop world, you have two choices. Either you become unshakable, or you become overwhelmed. There is no middle ground. This chapter is your turning point. This is where you stop surviving the chaos and start dominating it. Because calmness is not given to you. Peace is not gifted to you. Strength is not handed to you. These are things you build, brick by brick, habit by habit, standard by standard. And once you build them, nobody can take them away. 1. The world is not going to change, you must. People spend their entire lives waiting for things to get easier. When work settles down, when I fix my problems, when people stop stressing me, when life becomes stable. It never happens. Life does not become stable, you become stronger. Life does not become calm, you develop control. Life does not become predictable, you become adaptable. Becoming unshakable begins with accepting a simple truth. You cannot control the world. You can only control the inner world. When you anchor yourself there, nothing outside can destroy you. 2. Build a mind that doesn't break under pressure. Stress breaks weak minds. Pressure exposes untrained minds. Chaos crushes undisciplined minds. But pressure also does something else. It reveals the ones who are built different. To become unshakable, you must train your mind the same way warriors train their bodies. Daily, deliberately, aggressively. Ask yourself every morning, what can I control today? What must I ignore today? Who will I not allow to disturb my peace today? What standard will I uphold today? Because an unshakable mind is not built in big moments. It is built in small, boring, disciplined moments repeated for years. 3. Emotion without control is your weakness. In a world full of triggers, reactions, and noise, your emotions can become your biggest enemy. Anger can destroy your peace. Fear can freeze your progress. Overthinking can kill your momentum. But when you learn to control emotion, everything changes. Understand this clearly. The person who controls their emotion controls their life. The person who cannot control emotion becomes controlled by life. Being unshakable means you feel emotion, but you don't bow to it. You hear negativity, but you don't absorb it. You face difficulty, but you don't collapse under it. This is not coldness. This is self-mastery. 4. Create inner stillness even when life is loud. Stillness is your hidden superpower. Not laziness, not passiveness. Stillness. Stillness means your mind remains clear even when things go wrong. Your decisions stay sharp even when situations get heated. Your energy stays clean even when someone tries to provoke you. Everyone else reacts. You don't. Everyone else panics. You don't. Everyone else loses focus. You don't. Why? Because you have built inner silence. This silence is not empty. It is full of awareness. It is full of strength. It is full of clarity. Stillness allows you to see what others miss. Stillness protects you from manipulation. Stillness gives you the space to respond with intelligence, not impulse. The world can scream. You remain grounded. That is what makes you unshakable. 5. Strengthen your boundaries without apology. Unshakable people protect their peace the same seriousness soldiers protect their base. No guilt, no hesitation, no over-explaining. You must be willing to say, "No, I will not give you access to my mind. No, I will not let you drain my energy. No, I will not carry the chaos you created. No, I will not sacrifice my peace for your approval." This world respects strength, not excuses. It respects standards, not softness. It respects boundaries, not silence. If someone gets upset because you set boundaries, that means they benefited from you having none. Be unshakable in your limits, because your peace is worth protecting. 6. Stay consistent when everyone else quits. Look around you. People quit easily. They quit routines. They quit discipline. They quit their goals. They quit their growth. Not because the task is impossible, but because their mind is untrained. Consistency is the engine of an unshakable life. You don't need motivation. You need commitment. Commitment means you show up even when tired. You continue even when bored. You push even when results are slow. You persist even when nobody claps for you. Unshakable people win because they refuse to stop. They don't need perfect conditions. They don't wait for inspiration. They just move every day. No excuses. 7. Become the calm in the storm. There will always be storms, unexpected bills, arguments, failures, losses, disappointments, people betraying you, plans collapsing. But hear this clearly. The purpose of calmness is not to avoid storms. It is to remain powerful inside them. When chaos hits, you don't break. You don't panic. You don't react emotionally. You go inward. You breathe. You analyze. You respond with clarity. You become the center of control when everything else is falling apart. This is what separates leaders from followers, warriors from quitters, the unshakable from the unstable. 8. The world will keep spinning, but you will stand firm. Life keeps moving. People keep demanding. Problems keep appearing. But you have mastered something rare. Stillness in speed. Calmness in chaos. Strength in pressure. You don't need the world to slow down. You have learned to rise above it. You have learned to build a fortress inside your mind. A fortress no one can break. A fortress no one can enter without permission. A fortress that protects your clarity, your purpose, your peace. This is what becoming unshakable really means. You don't escape life. You dominate it. Final message. You are no longer the person who reacts. You are the person who responds. You are no longer the person who absorbs chaos. You are the person who controls it. You are no longer easily influenced. You are unbreakable, unbothered, unmoved. The world will not stop. But now, you don't need it to, because you have become unshakable.
You've reached the end of this summary, but this is not the end of the lesson, because calm is not something you listen to once. Calm is something you practice every day in small moments. The world will not become quieter. People will not become kinder. Pressure will not disappear, but you don't need the world to change. You need control over yourself. When others panic, you pause. When others react, you observe. When others lose control, you remain steady. This is not emotional suppression. This is emotional mastery. Remember this. You don't win by arguing with chaos. You win by staying calm inside it. Protect your energy. Choose your battles. Detach from what drains you, and never give your peace to people who haven't earned it. Calm people move quietly, but their presence is felt. Their decisions are clear, and their power is undeniable. If this audiobook brought you clarity, return to it when your mind feels heavy. And if you're ready to build discipline, silence, and mental strength, stay connected with this channel. Because here, we don't teach noise, we teach control. Stay calm, stay disciplined, and move forward quietly.